What's up, guys? Welcome to part 2 of my Grindfest series. And we're in Formorgar mines right now, as you guys know. And I'm gonna be showing the ring around the Juggernaut, which in the last video I soloed. And then I will be hopefully killing Yakchal, assuming we have enough supplies left. Oh, so sorry for the delay on the video, guys. Things have been a little crazy lately. And we get a lost soul on us, who obviously, he's strong to energy, but it's the thing he's the least strong to, so we focused heavy energy attacks on him. And I believe I've said this before, but lost souls actually used to drop like such terrible loot. Now they actually drop somewhat decent loot. It's just pretty infrequent. They do drop holy bones pretty frequently, which is somewhat redeeming. They also drop... speak of the devil, we get a Titan Axe from the Lost Soul, and that's actually the first rare this hunt so far, which is surprising considering how far we've gone in. But hey, what can you do? And what you do? Sorry about that, guys. And I grabbed the... Sorry about that, I'm sorry. I know this commentary is being a little sloppy. So we get a destroyer and a nightmare on us at the same time, which is pretty ideal, as you want to use ice on them at the same time with avalanches. So, just dropping them, and hopefully we can actually see some steel boots or something, right? No, of course not. And another destroyer, so since there's just a singular one here, we're going to swap out to SDs to get through him pretty quickly. So how have your guys' weekends been so far? Mine's been alright, I guess. I've had better, I've had worse. You know, problems, but there's always going to be problems, right? Can never stop that, unfortunately. So we're going to put the old... Oh, and this is not a great combination of creatures, as the Lost Souls are somewhat strong to ice, but luckily the Destroyer is quite weak to it, so we can still do a decent amount of damage to both targets. I'm tempted to kill the Juggernaut one more time, but I want to have enough supplies to get to Yakchal, so I'm probably gonna not do that. And I think we have a nightmare coming up here. Yes, we do. So now I'm gonna use our thunderstorms, as That's going to be the most effective against the Lost Soul and second most effective against the Nightmare. And we use a nice great energy beam finishing off the Lost Soul. And we finish off the Nightmare. So that's the end of this ring. I think there may be one more Nightmare, but I'm not entirely sure. Nope. Alright, so up we go and toward Yakchal. And of course, there is a Plaguesmith right there, so we're going to try to energy wall him off so we can deal with our behemoth friends. Mano a mano here. And I have it set up right now so that only one behe can get to me at a time, which is kinda how I want to do it, you know. And we take out the other behe. And we're on to the Plaguesmith. And the energy walls are nice because, you know, even though I don't have them set so that I can run around them perfectly, it does make it so they do pause for a sec and gives me a little bit of time to get away. And we end up getting night legs, cool, so that's the second rare of this hunt. Surprisingly, only the second. And we're going to take out the demon for fun. Hopefully he'll give us a nice little rare, right? And, you know, gotta get that task done. So, I do believe I've got enough supplies left to make it to Yakchal and kick her sweet little butt. Hopefully we can get something nice out of her too. She has not had too great of drops for me, as you guys who have seen the other Yakchal kill videos know. I tend to not be so lucky with her. Demon dust, maybe? Nope, of course not. And there's going to be a lot of destroyers here, actually, 4. So what we're going to do is set up a firewall right there, and then spam avalanches. And that's really the best I can do in this situation. As they are very, very weak to ice. And, you know, hopefully we'll get something nice out of at least one of these bad boys. Demonic essence, I mean, it's better than nothing. And nope, nope, no rares. Of course. Oh well, what can you do? And a plague smith. And I accidentally used flam. Obviously, I was trying to use energy, as that is what you want to use on them. And I run into another plague smith. And I luckily get off a nice little energy wave. Hopefully we can do another one, and we do. And that one plague is getting ready to run. So we're going to pick him off. And we end up not getting anything from him. Hopefully the loot picks up though, you know? Oh, okay. And we take him down, and of course we see the steel shield, which is a tease, because you want to think that it's steel boots, but it's not. And we're not. We got a bit of a ways to go yet, till we hit the good old Yakchal. But, it should be fun on the way. And it's a real shame that destroyers are completely immune to energy damage, or else I would be certainly E-waving these two right now. And we drop the behemoth, who gives us nothing, whereas the destroyer actually provided a demonic essence. And we're going to mana up a little bit here. And we get another Behe. Too bad he wasn't here just a second ago. We could have brought him in with all those avalanches. But we'll just drop him quickly with SDs. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Got a little held up. I accidentally stopped recording. You can see I've advanced just a tiny bit here. But nothing too crazy. And he's about to get moving. And he drops a Warhammer, which not worth much, but it is something, you know. And we're actually going to avoid the demon for the sake of saving supplies. And we're going to take on the behemoth and the nightmare. Of course, using avalanches, as that is what they are conveniently both most susceptible to within my arsenal. And a nice E-wave here and there helps. And unfortunately I miss the nightmare, who would have gotten finished off. And we're going to set up Yeah, that could have gotten little freaky. So we'll just handle this destroyer quickly with SDs. Of course, I would much rather handle him with avalanches with a couple of his friends with him. But what can you do? So I use an E-wave to get both of their attentions. And now I'm going to thunderstorm them to deal heavy damage to the plague and decent damage to the nightmare. And we'll let off another E-wave. And with the nightmare running, we pick him off real quick with a great energy beam. And we get a great health pot, nothing special. And actually, we're gonna head this way toward our destination, which, as I said, is Yakchaw. Use some explosions to take out the nightmares quickly. And I'm really hoping that Yakchal drops something nice. Actually, last time we took out Yakchal, me and I believe Wu the King, we ended up getting a mastermind shield off the demon on the way in. And someone left a warhammer on the ground, but that's probably because they really aren't worth much. I just pick them up if I have extra cap, because they are worth like 1k or something. And, of course, another plague smith. We're gonna have to deal with also another nightmare, possibly a well, actually 4 more nightmares or so before we even get to the stairs. Possibly a destroyer, some crystal spiders, and another plague smith. And now plagues actually have a really nice drop rate on night legs. So that's cool. And as I say that, they drop night legs, yeah. I think it's like 5% or something, which is really great. And they really should have something nice because of the damage output they can produce and and their health and healing. So we have them in a perfect explosion pattern, except for that one moved. Dealing heavy damage to all of them. Ooh. And we actually ended up getting something somewhat decent from the crystal spider. We get a strong mana potion and a time ring. So we'll take that, right? It's always nice to move a little quicker. Time rings are very helpful in PvP and in when you're in a tough spot. So to the north here, we've got a plague smith that we're going to be dealing with momentarily. And I would love to get some Boots of Haste from a Nightmare. It's been a long time since I've seen Boots of Haste from a Nightmare. They haven't been so giving to me lately. And there's going to be 2 nightmares by the stairs, which we're going to use the side-by-side explosion tactic, of course. And this plague is about to run. And we get a small amethyst, which not too bad. So, in order to trap these nightmares so they can't run, I set a firewall up. And we smash them with explosions, which is nice. You're actually able to kill them so very quickly, like this. And we finish that one off. And we get night legs from the nightmare too. Cool. It's funny that night legs and steel boots are dropped by so many different creatures here. So another 2 nightmares. So we're going to do the same thing we did last time. Set up a little barrier. And then hole ourselves in and slam them with explosions. Put another life ring on to conserve those pots. I've actually killed Yakchal so many times, and not even once have I broken my frozen starlight, which I thought was pretty surprising. And unfortunately, we do not get the strong mana potion on that one. We do get a demonic essence out of this one. We're about to encounter a couple things. Firstly, a plaguesmith. Who we will set up an energy wall for, giving ourselves some room to run. That way we don't get beaten up so badly. Oh, and he's gotta be close to... Yep, he's getting out of here. He has had enough of me. But I am not done with him. And I think we're gonna get a lost soul. Yep, a lost soul and a behemoth. And they line up perfect for the E-wave. And since I've got more thunderstorms than I do avalanches, that's what we're gonna be using here. And another perfect lined E-wave, which is very helpful as well. Let's see if we can get another one. Oh, and the soul dodges it. Unfortunate. But the soul is almost down, so that's good too. Unfortunately, we have another one inbound, and I'm trying not to lure the nightmares to the northwest, because I am trying to get straight to Yakchal's crypt. And I would really like to get a crystal mace this time. That would just make my day, you know? It would be good. And I think we have a destroyer next. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell I've done this particular area several times. I kind of have the creatures as they come memorized. And that's about to be a nasty combo right there. So we're going to want to put up an E-wall. and make it so, you know, they have a little bit of a tougher time getting to us. I'm gonna and another nice place to E-wave, of course, and using those thunderstorms properly. And unfortunately, a nightmare has decided to join the party. But we get an E-wave on all three of them, which is awesome. And I'm kind of trying to let them catch up to one another. And for the grand finale, just to get that one lost soul taken care of, and we're going to finish up that nightmare. And unfortunately, I failed to do that. But we will take out these plagues. So many running creatures. They can be such a nuisance. But, ooh, so he decided to come back already. And of course my E-wave decided to go down. So, and he ends up dropping nothing, which is good because I don't want to go over there anyway, because I would lure a bunch more creatures on me. Yeah, this part usually doesn't take me so long to get through. I just seem to be having mass amounts of them just coming at the same time. So I think we got a Behe coming up next. And a Nightmare, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Nightmare first. And where are we gonna get these fucking Boots of Haste? No, they can't give me Boots of Haste. They can give me a Scythe Leg. That's almost as good, right? Not really at all, but I say it to make myself feel better. And the Behe's still sucking out. Alright, so you can see we still have quite a bit of ground to cover until we get to Yakchal. And then fighting Yakchal herself is quite the task. There's going to be a demon coming up here soon, along with more plagues, of course, our favorites. And of course the destroyer has respawned, so he's going to make this interesting. And we drop that plague. Good. With the Plaguesmith out of the way, we can SD the, actually we don't even need to SD. We're going to end up avalanching, because now we have a Nightmare with us too, which is fine. Like I said, maybe we'll finally get those Boots of Haste I've been waiting to get forever now. And I'm really excited for my next level, actually, because that's when I get 1,400 HP, so I break another barrier. I remember my first really big goal on a mage was to reach 1,000 HP. And now, you know, my big goal is to reach 2,000 HP. If I had 2,000 HP, I can only imagine just how crazy it would be. You know, I'd be able to solo a Juggernaut without wearing Stone Skin Amulets um, or Mana Shield. I would be able to hunt the Arcanum easy, do Undead Dragon tasks, solo Thalys. Actually, I think I might be able to solo Thalys now, but I'm a little nervous to try. I've been thinking about trying to do a video for you guys, though. What do you think? Do you guys think I can? Do you want to see it? Definitely let me know. If you guys, if I get enough responses letting me know that you guys are really, really interested in seeing it, then I'll give it a shot. Because in the video where Venom and I did it's called 7 Deadly Pharaohs, where we did all the pharaohs, Venom took forever to get into Thalys' room, who is the Poison Pharaoh, and I actually almost soloed him myself back then, and I was many levels lower, so I think now I have a solid chance. So we get 3 great mana potions from the demon, which is nice. You know, obviously not as nice as like a magic plate armor, but still. And he skins for nothing because he's a stingy bastard, but what can you do? And okay, Plaguesmith. A little bit more than I want to deal with at this particular moment, so we get that E-wall up for some proper protection, and of course making good use of those energy waves, which you really need to in these types of situations with several creatures on you. And unfortunately that Nightmare picked the perfect time to sidestep, or else I would have had another really nice E-wave lined up. And that Nightmare is running. Luckily I pick him off, and now I'm going to focus on just SDing that Plague to the death. And there's a Plague that spawned to the south now. And I tried avalanching that one Plague to finish him off. Unfortunately, it did not get through. And that one just avoided another nice E-wave. They are being tricky bastards right now. That one didn't, though. He got it. And we take him out. A steel shield, of course, just another dick tease. No steel boots, why would we get that? That's alright, I don't care about any of this so long as the Yakchal actually, you know, does something special. And a club ring, which is absolutely useless to me. And nothing from him. And there's that one Plaguesmith who took off, who's got to be healed a little bit now. Although I don't see him. Okay, he's still running. So since he's still in the running phase, we're going to go ahead and smash this destroyer. And there's also a demon right there. Yep, you guys see him. So we're going to focus on taking out the destroyer first, but avalanche both of them so that the demon at least gets some hits while... Yeah, okay, so now that he's down, we can strictly focus on our big red mean friend. Actually, the Plaguesmith has returned for some more ass kicking, so we need to focus on him. And we get a silver brooch. You know, he's a stingy fuck per usual. Maybe this demon will be the first generous. of its kind. Actually, it wasn't this demon, but the demon before this one. My last run through here that dropped the Mastermind Shield, which was really cool. And we get 2 fire mushrooms. Not quite a Mastermind Shield, but it's something, you know, I guess. Oh, and we are nearing Yakchaw's crypt. Think we got a couple nightmares and destroyers to deal with yet. Or just a destroyer. Okay, just a destroyer. That's fine. Oh, I lied. He's back. So, back to avalanches. Luckily, the destroyer's almost down, anywho. And we get fuck all from the destroyer. So, just picking this thing off. And another essence of a bad dream. Alright, finally, we get to make our way into Yakchal.